Hello there. How are you doing today, tonight, this evening, whenever you're watching this show? Thank you for joining us live here in Ardent. This is where we talk about things that we love, like movies and video games and all that sort of stuff. And with me today is Leo. How you doing, Leo?
What's up, buddy? It kind of threw me off when you started talking, but what's up?
Yeah, you were.
I'm here.
It's because you're
Also
so
ready.
happy. You're so happy to get this started that you were like jumping in your chair of happiness, right? That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what was going on.
That's exactly what was going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, so we have a couple things to talk about today, tonight, today, this morning, whenever you're watching this, like I said. But before we do that, if you would be so kind and hit that subscribe button and the follow button and ring the bell. That way you get all these notifications when we go live or when we post and upload other content on here. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows. Summer Game Fest went on this past week. There was a lot of announcements. Want to see your thoughts on that. Hear your thoughts on that, Leo. What were any games stuck out to you? Were you able to catch the show? Did you see any highlights? Any upcoming games that are like intriguing to you?
I think the only thing that I saw was that actually I don't remember anything, to be completely honest, because I saw like little highlights here and there, but I don't really remember anything. So,
Nice.
oh, Modern Warfare 2, cool.
Yeah, we got a Modern Warfare 2 trailer. Um, I know there's for the Call of Duty players, there's gonna be a new map that was, I think it was shown. But just here on The Verge, they have a couple of games that were announced, like a new Aliens game coming next
Mhm.
year. There was
I
a
think
lot of like horror games, that kind of horror suspense games that are going to take place in outer space. So I guess outer space was a big theme this year for everybody. Our our friend Alonzo is rooting for the Warriors, so let's go Warriors. If you're watching this on the NBA Finals as well.
Oh God, did he flip flop? Yeah, he.
uh, he flip flopped. I don't know. We'll see.
No.
What Alonzo? Since you're here, were you a Boston? We're going for Boston, and now you're going for Warriors.
When they were winning. That's,
All right, so back to
oh
the
man.
back to video games. um,
Yeah, dude, I didn't really see
yeah.
anything from this because nothing really like caught my attention. I do remember now seeing
Mhm,
the thing about like the Midnight Suns game,
mhm,
but I don't care for that. So
mhm.
oh well.
Well,
But everything else was just kind of
yeah.
like eh. Maybe if
Well,
it comes out and I hear good things about him, I'll check them out.
true.
But
Alonso responded and said that he was always going for the Warriors, so I guess
oh whatever.
yeah, we'll go from there. Um, anyways, so I guess one of the funniest things that happened during the Summer Game Fest was, I don't know if you saw, but the Last of Us got announced, like a PlayStation 5 remake. So for those of you who didn't get to
Oh
play
yeah.
The Last of Us, now you have a PS5, you can now play on the a remake of the game in on PlayStation.
PS5.
But the funny thing
Another
was,
one.
yeah, it was like a remake of the remake, I guess. But
It was already it was already remastered
yeah, it was remastered, but now
for
it's a
like the PS4
remake for the
Pro.
PS. Yeah, that was for a PS5. So, in the interview, they were the head of the I think it's Naughty Dog. Yeah,
Studio.
the head of the Naughty Dog studio. They were like, oh yeah, we can do things now that we weren't able to do before, just because of technological advancements in the consoles. And so that's pretty cool. But one of the thing that was funny was that I think PlayStation accidentally leaked it to everybody on Twitter that this was gonna happen, and you could tell that the studio head was mad, like he
Really?
he was annoyed. It was so funny to watch, like I
Did he
think
maybe just want to be the
the
one that said it?
the host the host asked them, he's like, oh, are you working on anything else on Naughty Dog over there? And then he's like, no, I mean, we're working on things, but it's a little bit of secret. He's like, unless PlayStation wants to announce it now.
Oh God.
So, um, but no, everything else just seemed kind of like, okay, those were interesting games. The game that I'm looking forward to is Starfield. But that one it got pushed back to 2023. So we got that confirmation announcement at the Bethesda showcase. So, and I think that might be one of the few games, one of the first games that's gonna be on next gen consoles only. I believe. I don't know if they're gonna do cross play like where like the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 at that game. What do you think just by um just by what you've heard and what you've read and what you've seen about Starfield, do you think that that one's gonna be a next gen exclusive game?
I mean, I hope so, dude. They need to start. They need to stop making games for like the PS4 and 360, just so they can take advantage of this like next gen, which is probably a controversial thing to say because I mean, at this point, there's still a lot of people, I guess, that don't have like
Hmm.
a next gen console. But
I'm one of
I mean, it's got to move up. Hey, you said, man, as soon as they were available, you're gonna get one.
them.
They're pretty well. They're
I
pretty
know.
available now.
I know, but I'm saving up for a trip to España. So
Mhm.
we'll see. But no, I mean the Summer Game Fest it was interesting. There was a lot of really cool announcements. Like anything else that we talk about during this pod, just leave us a comment down below your thoughts on all this things for the 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 Summer Game Fest. Was there any games that caught your attention or anything that you're looking forward to? Let us know. But just moving on from there, I know that if you've we've talked about this before, but if you've I've said this before, if you've been following us for a little bit, you know that we are huge fans of a show called Avatar: The Last Airbender, and we
I'm more of
finally
a
have.
Korra guy.
You're more of a core guy. Oh, two controversial statements in one episode. Dang, can you have a third in there? We'll
Let me get a shot.
see. We'll see with this future upcoming topic that we're going to
Did
talk
you
about.
see that meme
Um,
that's been going around
which
recently?
one?
The Korra was in the Boondocks before she was the Avatar. Patty showed it to me the other day. I had seen
Uh-huh.
it before, but she showed it to me the other day again. I'm like, man, that's still really funny. That's exactly her. But
So back when Paramount bought out Nickelodeon, or was that big deal, there was a thing that they were going to work on, which is called Avatar Studios, and they did say we do have Avatar Studios, but they really hadn't said anything yet.
mhm.
Like there was rumors here there. I mean, there is a live action adaptation, but that's Netflix. That's not
Which I'm
Paramount or
still very much looking
um
forward to.
yeah, same. Just the cast on that is amazing. But we really hadn't heard anything much from the Avatar Studios until this week, where there was confirmation that Paramount and Nickelodeon, they're working on three Avatar: The Last Airbender animated films, which are they just say that they're in development, and I don't know if we have more information on that. I think one of them is like on like Zuko or something like that, or like kind of like his after after
That'd
his
be cool.
whole character arc.
Oh, I didn't know they
What
released
happens?
like what was going on.
But yeah, I don't think we've have much anything else. All we have is that there's three movies in development. But as a Avatar fan yourself, what stories would you be interested for them to telling in this three different uh movies?
I mean, realistically, I just want to see what happened afterwards. Like, how did they rebuild? How did they like all regain the each other's trust? Like all the nations,
Hmm.
especially I mean, obviously the Fire Nation. How did they regain the trust of the? Because as much as people like rally for Zuko and Aang did because he saw who he was, like
Hmm.
there's still the actual like officers, the soldiers, the people, the civilians of the Fire Nation who were very, intense, and they were very
Hmm.
much for like the cause.
Hmm.
But I mean, you do see in the show that not everyone agreed.
Yeah,
But yeah, like how did that all work?
that'd be
And
interesting to
it's
see.
definitely going to be like a place to explore. How does like what happens to like Ozai like after that? Like what is
Hmm.
he? How does not being a bender change him? And it's just a lot of things that they could do with Suko alone. Like there's definitely like a huge opportunity there to tell really great story. I think that's gonna be it. I mean, here's where he at. He's right here. My little Suko. Martin would be like, ugh. But hey, shout out to shout out to Patty's friend Summer for getting me that for
Nice.
Christmas like a couple years ago. But yeah,
That's really cool. Um, and I mean, not to be outdone myself. Well, I mean, you have one too, but look,
yeah,
Jasmine, the Jasmine Dragon. So yeah, we are fans. But I think one of the one of the ones that I would be interested in watching, I know we have comic on it, and I did read the comic, is how Zuko and Azula found their mom, or how Zuko finds his mom again. And there is a comic out there, so that might be kind of like one of the easiest ones, like just from comic to animation.
Mhm.
So that one might be pretty cool. I do agree with you how like just that aftermath, how they rebuild. But I don't know how they would go about doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be like, I mean, that one might be more of like a show type of thing, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they could.
They
I'm
can
pretty
do
sure they could
whatever
do a
they want,
movie.
I'm guessing, but like I'm
Yeah.
sure these are like these stories are probably going to get us to a point maybe where they can just do another series.
Yeah.
Um,
Because and then I mean, for me, like if they do like a with a third movie, I'm just spitballing here, but like kind of the adventures of the gang when they're adults, because you don't really see them as much as adults. You see
yeah,
them a couple times here or there during the Korra show, but not like to the
little like
extent of like
flashbacks and stuff, and
flashbacks and I mean I mean we see Katara, but she's already like an old
yeah,
grandma. Um
I'm old.
yeah. Um, and then we do see Toph, but she is already old, living in the cave and the mud. And but I would it would be cool to see a movie of the Boomerang Squad. Remember that?
I'll see myself out.
Hey, that was what's his name? Sokka who said that. Remember
Uh,
the boomerang? It has the name Aang in it. um, but
I hate you so much.
Sokka
Uh,
is amazing, dude.
no,
Um, but yeah, so I would be interested in seeing a movie of like their
and
adventures when they're adults and what they do, how they what they get into, how what's that city in Korra called that it takes place in?
is it Republic City or something?
Republic, is it Republic City? Okay,
I don't
that
remember.
it'd be cool just to see how that one kind of a movie of how that came to be. That'd be also pretty interesting and pretty cool. Um, but
It's
yeah,
Republic City.
Republic City. So yeah, I mean, anything else that you'd like to say on this topic here?
There's a
Uh,
lot that I'd like to say, but we could be here for hours.
yeah, true. Well, if you watching live or watching this on the in the rerun, post live, let us know in those comments down below what movie. If you were running the show there at Avatar Studios, what three movies would you push to make regarding the Avatar: The Last Airbender series or world there? But going kind of jumping over to a little bit more gaming news. Do you have an Amazon Prime account,
And I
Leo,
might have to.
right?
We're giving up all these free games.
Because if you have a Amazon Prime account day, a Prime account, you know that Amazon Prime Day is just around the corner, and Amazon is will have, according to The Verge, Amazon will have more than 30 games, including Mass Effect,
The
as
trilogy.
part of, yep, including the Mass Effect trilogy, as part as part as their Prime Day festivities. But the catch, not the catch, but the cool thing is that, you know what? You know how much you have to pay, Leo?
Zero.
$0, because it's gonna be 30 free games.
How do you get these though? Like,
I don't know.
is it? Do you down? Are you downloading them like onto
I'm
your
pretty
PC or
sure
something? Or
I'm pretty sure it's like, you know how like in Prime Day it's like they'll have like those like flash sales, and it's like, oh, we have like 10, and like once they're gone kind of thing. So maybe they'll be like, oh, we have a Mass Effect for free. Here's the game code. Like the first, let's say, like 200 people to download it, get the game, and after that it's just gone. Because that's how usually Prime Day works. If you know how they'll have like their flash sales, like, oh, this pen is, we have like 50 available, and then if you're lucky enough, you're one of the 50. So hey, I mean, during Prime Day, make sure you refresh. Maybe take the day off if you want free games.
uh, um,
um
mark your calendars because it looks like it's going to be happening for the days leading up to Prime Day.
mhm,
So yeah, so like the first couple of weeks, like it's probably like one every day up until then.
mhm,
Uh, yeah, I mean that would be cool. There's going to be some cool games.
yeah,
I mean, definitely want to get all the Star Wars games because
yeah.
Jedi
So
Academy.
25 available
Oh yeah,
games
Cast
for
Commando.
free, some including Metal Slug 2 and two King of Fighter titles, and also, of course, the Mass Effect trilogy, and then Grid Legends and Need for Speed Heat, as well as three Star Wars games: Star Wars Jedi Knight, Star Wars Jedi Academy, Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, and Jedi Outcast, and Jedi Star Wars Republic Commando. So yeah, I mean, it's, mark your calendars for Prime Day. Like I said, keep on refreshing those pages. If you're one of the lucky ones to get a free game, which game did
Well,
you
we
get?
don't know how it'll work, but yeah,
Yeah,
maybe it will be
exactly.
like that.
Yeah, because I would think that's how, I would think that's how it works, just because that's how they usually do their Prime Day, where it's like, hey, we have this flash sale for this pair of socks or whatever. It's like, um,
We do
what?
have a. Oh, sorry. What were you
Oh,
saying?
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna read out the comment. Patty
Hmm.
left a comment that she wants to see a time jump in the Avatar universe. Want to see how bending would be incorporated in something resembling modern society. Which is honestly, I was thinking kind of the
That'd be very
same
cool.
thing because it would be kind of cool to have that in like our world right
Hmm.
now. Because we already had not a huge, it was a huge time jump, but we saw how they went from their society where they had like technology and stuff, like engineering, at least like machines and stuff, but then we grew to like straight up having like
Steam.
technology
Hmm.
and in Republic City and Korra,
Hmm.
and it's not that far off for them to
Yeah.
get to where we would be now. Like, how crazy would it be to do the Avatar like right now, where we have like social media and like phones and stuff, and will it be one of those things that's just like, oh, no one really cares much about the Avatar anymore, or is it the Avatar has to stay relevant? I don't know. That would be kind of cool. I'm down for that,
Hmm.
but
The Avatar stars doing all these TikTok dances to stay relevant on social media.
oh god,
That'd be interesting. I'm a savage.
I'm done. I'm going home.
um, so, just
You're
real quick.
like you're like a I don't know, man. You're like a TikTok dad. Like it's
Uh,
just
yeah,
you bring the cringe a dad would bring.
I am on TikTok way too much. I don't post. I'm just a scroller. I
A
just
lurker.
scroll stuff. Lurker. Just a little bit more on this Amazon thing. They'll also be offering the Luna controller for its Luna Cloud gaming service for $39.99, a discount, a $30 discount of controller, which is usually $69.99. Um, Oh, talking about price, a lot of these new games that are coming up. Uh, Most of them are in that $70 range, and we've already known that this was gonna happen, right? Like this is gonna be a like for all these next gen console games, like the price was gonna be in that $70 range.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're a if you if you yeah, like I said, Amazon, get those fingers ready to get some free games. Alonso says that he knows that he's a TikTok guy. Nice, Alonso. I don't know what that means, but good job.
Ooh, I disappeared for a second.
Yeah, did we have a little did we have a little hey, we're live. This is what happens when we're live. We
Yeah.
you know
Normally
we
we would like be
we
able to cut
we
that.
we roll with it. Roll with it.
Mhm.
So kind of just to finish off our podcast here, this is gonna be a nice little short one, but I don't know how short we're gonna have this since this next one is about Obi-Wan
Well,
Kenobi.
let's talk. Let's talk in general, man. Episode 4 and 5. I
Yeah,
think episode 4 was like super divided.
yeah,
Honestly, last week we
it
didn't get to
was.
talk about it last week, unfortunately. But man, like I enjoyed it. But then as soon as everyone started talking about like all these little like I don't even say necessarily like nitpicks. No, they were kind of nitpicks, but it just I don't know. I didn't like the show less, but it didn't. I couldn't enjoy it as much anymore. You know, because
Mm-hmm,
I'm still very much loving like Obi-Wan,
mm-hmm,
um, for what it was, but it just kind of hurts because I'm loving this. I wish other people would love it as much as I am,
mm-hmm.
but the thing with like film or with shows and stuff. Like you're not gonna satisfy everybody. Yeah.
True. So episode 4, he remind me what happened in episode 4. It's been a little bit since we gone episode 4. Um,
It was a week.
dude, I just saw episode
Man,
5
you are
yesterday,
an old
so
man.
that's like episode 5 is in my head right now. I don't
So I
remember
mean,
episode
he
4.
rescues Leia, and they
Mhm.
let them get away.
Yeah,
And you think
right.
like, yeah, because you think Vader's about to like wreck Reva.
Hmm.
Man, if they're getting anything right, is how scary Vader is. He
Yeah.
is a menace. Like, it's insane. Like he's extremely powerful and pissed, and then it shows you, skipping to episode 5 a little bit. He doesn't even have to like waste time on anybody. He's just like, you're not worth my effort.
Hmm.
Like I don't even have to try to destroy you. And
Hmm.
they're doing so well with that. And like,
Yeah.
yeah, they make it believable that he
Hmm.
is that ridiculously powerful. So yeah, they're definitely getting that right. But yeah, the last episode, the only thing that I didn't really like was that it was so short. It was so short. Like I don't understand why we're getting these really tiny episodes. Like I don't mind that we have just like a 6 episode series, but give me give me some meat.
Hmm.
That's I'm not gonna. I really.
Guys, you ran right into that one, my friend.
Okay. Anyways,
Okay, so other than giving you meat, what what other things do you like about this episode?
I, yeah, I still think Little Leia
Mhm.
is awesome. Um, the
Patty this is why we're laughing. Patty with the questioning eyes
oh
there.
god. Uh, anyways,
Hey, you got it.
cut.
Hey, you got this is live, bro. Hey, you
We don't
gotta.
do this no more.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Never.
You got caught slipping once.
We're gonna live that down.
Nope.
You made it worse that I was doing.
Yep. uh,
Anyways, what were we talking about?
you were
Oh,
talking about how
Obi-Wan.
how Leia is still like a really really good part of the show, and their
Yeah, yeah,
actress is
yeah.
like hitting her
Yeah,
spot
I,
on.
I love a lot of that. I'm glad that they kind of like fleshed out Reva a little bit more, especially in episode 5.
Hmm.
And they I do. I was kind of annoyed that the Fortress Inquisitorius, which also is like the lamest name they could call it,
Yeah.
but it it doesn't look like it does in Fallen Order, and I get I don't get it. Like it's already
Hmm.
there. This isn't like it was. I guess I can kind of see that from like I can see this perspective of people that said, "Oh, the Grand Inquisitor doesn't look the same," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's kind of annoying me," but now it's
Hmm.
like that doesn't look the same either. I don't know. It's like they didn't even really try
Hmm.
almost, or why did they take the creative liberty of designing this? Like I don't know.
Hmm.
It's just one of those things that again it's a nitpick. I
Hmm.
really did enjoy episode 4. Um, oh,
Yeah. I
for
was.
what it was,
Yeah.
but
Did you? Because when in the episode 4, when he was like, "Oh, this is a, it's not a fortress, it's a tomb," and because it holds a whole bunch of
oh, I almost forgot about that.
those people like frozen, and then there was that like one old lady, I think, and I was kind of watching on TikTok, if you will, again, because I'm always there. I was like watching like a like episode 4 rundown or whatever, and the dude was like, "Oh yeah, no, we see her in the Jedi Clone Wars, because she's the one who carries the lightsaber in her cane." So that was the like the one that like where um Obi-Wan like kind of stayed and like kind of looked at her because he recognized her as a Jedi. And he's like, "Yeah, like we see her in the animated show because she's the one with the cane." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." So
I don't
kind of
remember
crazy.
that. It's been
Yeah.
years since I watched the Clone Wars.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, there's probably maybe like a handful of people that were supposed to really recognize, but just the fact
Hmm.
that they had that like kid, it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this
Yeah.
is messed up. Um, yeah, like episode 4, there's I feel like just because especially because we just watched episode 5, there's a lot more to talk about there
Hmm.
than episode 4. But yeah, the Patterson favorite part was the trench coat.
Yeah. Always a good part.
It just made me think of Little Rascals when they're like, "We like to buy some lumber and like stack on each other." Yeah, but wait,
So
that's not it. They're getting a loan.
again, yeah.
They're getting a loan.
So jump into episode 5, which is more fresh in my mind.
Yeah, way more fresh.
Bro, I think from what I saw online, this was maybe like this was people's favorite out of all of them so
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
Um, One, because we get to see Hayden Christensen back as Anakin
Finally,
Skywalker.
not
Like,
in the back to tank.
yeah, I'm like, what the
So
heck? So I think it opens up with the flashback, right? That's how it opens
yeah,
up.
starts as a
Yeah,
flashback.
with them fighting, I guess training. And then I like how they opened up with a flashback, went back to the present, and then
They
they kept
interweaved it
on
with the
referencing
yeah.
that flashback throughout the entire way. And it was really cool how um how they did that. It just shows you pretty much how Anakin is Darth Vader, and how they're very, and how Obi-Wan is like, "Oh yeah, they're very similar, so I'm going to use what I know about, I know what I'm gonna use what I know about
You do know they're the same person,
Anakin."
right?
Yeah, I know.
You sure?
I do, yes. But Obi-Wan's like, "Yeah, and I'm gonna use what I know about Anakin and use that to help all these people get out." But yeah, dude, I mean, just going back to what you were saying about Darth Vader, yeah, they like he is scary
Yeah.
to I mean, this is kind of like jumping way ahead in the episode, but when that one starship was taking off and he just used the force to grab it
Yeah.
and pull it down and like yank stuff
He
out
made
of
it
it
look so easy too.
for
It was like
real.
no signs of like
Yeah,
struggling even. He just
yeah. He
pulled that
just
thing down.
force held it, pulled it down, and then just like, and he was just like yanking metal parts out of
Yeah. It's
this
like
spaceship,
poured up.
and it's like, what the heck? Like, it was insanely powerful.
But he was
Yeah,
bamboozled.
he was bamboozled.
Bro, I have to rewatch it because I didn't go back and rewatch it. But like, was there another shuttle
There
on
was.
the ground? Like,
I don't know.
I didn't see it at any other point in the episode. So I'm like, I might
Mm.
have to go back and see
A
that.
little continuity error.
I
Maybe.
don't know. maybe we'll see. But it was still cool.
It was great.
It was still really cool.
Mhm.
Um, so I can't be too upset about that. But yeah, like that was good. You know, we saw the Inquisitor. They're not gonna, other than him saying, like revenge does it. What exactly you say? Something about like
Revenge
revenge
is good or something like that,
or
or tastes
trying to
good or
like not
whatever.
to die or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know exactly what he said, but he wanted revenge, so he didn't die. And
Mhm.
it normally I would have been like, that's lame, but that's the only reason Darth Maul survived. So
Mhm.
that's the only reason really that Anakin really survived.
Mhm.
So yeah, like we know that. So
Mhm.
yeah, it made sense.
Mhm.
Also, they had two stomachs apparently, so
Mhm. I know that.
the
But yeah, so we get Riva's character pretty much fully fleshed out at this point.
I want to
Because
say fully, but we know why
well,
she's there.
we get her of like we get in her entire backstory pretty much. Like I mean not entire backstory, but like how she got there. You know, it's revealed that she was part of the youngling crew, and she was like, hey, yeah, we she was I think she was telling Obi-Wan in the when they were both at the door. So yeah, like I faked my death that way Anakin could leave me alone,
She
and
still got stabbed.
she got stabbed but she survived. And she's like, I felt the bodies of my other friends go cold, and I'm like, oh gosh, that's so
Yeah, they did
brutal.
say at the beginning of
uh,
the episode that they had that disclaimer
yeah,
that this may be
yeah,
kind of rough for some people.
yeah,
So
and
I
it
mean, it,
was,
it made it made sense given
yeah.
the subject matter.
I
But
was,
man,
She said
it was
that is
dark.
like I was like I felt the bodies of my friends grow cold, and I'm like, wow, that is some excellent writing. Like just that imagery, like it just drives home the point of that was a brutal thing that happened.
Yeah.
Um, and it was, but so yeah, so she faked her death, and then she came back and joined the Inquisitors because she wanted to take revenge on Darth Vader and kill
So
him.
that's the thing, though. It's like, how the hell did she do that? Like, how did she become part of the Inquisitors? Because
I mean,
that's not like you just go like, oh, I want to join the Inquisitors. You know,
yeah.
you can't just
Well,
do that. So
I mean, they all the Inquisitors at one point were Jedi, or they were already in the Dark Force, but that they were already trained.
most of them were
So
all Jedi,
yeah.
yeah. But like,
So I mean, it would make sense there. You know, maybe she just waited for until she was older and trained, and like, oh hey, I can be of service kind of thing. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, do you think do you think she will get a breakout series herself? Do you think there's enough
nah,
there, or no?
nah, I don't think so because I mean, I think is going to serve her purpose for the series, and maybe
Mhm.
not. I mean, probably I'll probably end up eating my words later, and they do have a series for her. But I just
Yeah.
it's not something that I would necessarily be looking forward to
Hmm.
because this is pretty small. Like that's
Hmm.
probably like her biggest thing. She's been after that for 10 years, and she's probably going to die here.
Well,
You know?
maybe in her series is how we get introduced to Cal Kestis. You know, i'm still i'm still like I'm still like hard like I'm still petitioning hard for Cal Kestis to be part of the Obi-Wan Kenobi universe, and or Star Wars live action universe. um but anyways, so we see her try to kill uh s- um s- Darth Vader. I don't know why I freaking forgot the word. Darth Vader. And dude, like, just talk about like the like she was like so like minuscule to him, because he wasn't even trying.
Did I get
Like he
disconnected
was
again? Oh
no, you're
yeah,
good, you're good.
that
Like
fight.
he wasn't even trying. He was just like okay, swing and a miss, swing and a miss. Use the force here, use the force
Bro, he
there.
just
Like he
like
wasn't
destroyed her
trying.
lightsabers.
I know, like he was not trying at all, and like wow, like he was like toying with her at that point.
Yeah, and it's just sad. It's like he already knew what she was
Hmm.
like, what she wanted this whole time. So he's just kind of like messing with her to get what he wanted. So
Hmm.
it made sense. What I thought was really funny is that he's like he went so far as to call her the Grand Inquisitor. Like,
You did,
hold up, this ain't right. And then
yeah.
yeah,
It's
it
like,
made a ton of
yeah,
sense later.
but
But
so she technically was used by both Anakin and Obi-Wan. She was just a
yeah,
pawn.
this is crazy
Yeah.
because he knew that she would do anything to like get close to him, and maybe she could help that. And he made it known that that's what he wanted.
Hmm.
So he got her to get him close to Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan did the same thing. She's like, I'm bringing you to him,
Hmm.
and oh man, and then he got away.
Yeah.
So it's just, how are they gonna find him this time? Like, what is gonna go on? Like, is he
Use the
gonna go
force.
down?
I
Is
don't
he
know.
gonna try to like
Well,
stop it? I'm guessing he's probably gonna just like try to stop him. Oh, and
probably. Well,
Riva knows about Tatooine.
yeah, she like I say, she did get that hologram thing, and she's like, oh, did he learn about the kids, kind of thing, and then, so I don't know, maybe that's how Vader finds out that he has kids. Who knows? Um, is that what was that in the movie? Like
Vader,
how?
Vader doesn't know he has a son or
Mm,
kids at all.
mm, okay. Um, but so yeah, so she knows about Tatooine. What else? Oh yeah, and then Leia has her moment again when she's trying to open the I guess the garage doors or the doors,
Yeah, the Bay Doors
yeah,
up
the
there.
bay doors. So that Leia's always I'm really like I've liked her from the beginning. Like I know people have like, oh, why do they have so little Leia, or what, like kind of not really bashing her, but she's grown as I mean, at least to me, she's grown as one of my favorite characters thus far in this series. Um, but so we get during the fight, the one, what do you remember her name? The I guess the
Oh,
captain
Tala.
in, yeah,
Yeah,
Dala,
she.
she dies unfortunately, but
Yeah,
her
her
death
shoulder droid.
was very heroic.
Yeah, she was cool. She was a really good character in
Hmm.
this, I believe, because it was great to see that she once thought like, "Hey, I believe in this," and then she was like, "Well, she knew that she could use her position to help a
Hmm.
cause that she actually believes in, which is, you know, it's very admirable and it's amazing. And we will miss you, sir.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the loader droid protecting her was very like sweet because like
Hmm.
you can't communicate, but that says a lot. You
Yeah.
know, definitely says a lot.
No.
Um,
So in that take when Obi-Wan was like when Obi-Wan was like, no, Zara, who was her name? Zara? I forget her name.
Tala,
Tala, thank you. I'm like, she was like, no, he was like, no, Tala, no. In my head, I'm like, how much PTSD does this man have?
yeah,
Like seeing his friends killed in war. He was a general
back
in the
to back
army.
to back.
It's like, and then lived, and then Order 66, and now sees like Tala. It's like how much PTSD does this dude have? Like he must have so much PTSD in that brain of his, that is not fun.
Which
But
is which is one of the things that I did think we were gonna explore a lot
mhm,
more in this series. And I do see, people not necessarily complain, but yeah, I mean, discuss that a lot. And I totally agree. Like, I thought that we were going to get something like that.
yeah.
But I mean, what we're
Well,
getting, I'm still enjoying
we
too.
did get some of it in the first episode. I thought that that's kind of the vibe we were gonna get through the entire thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew that he was gonna use lightsaber and the force at some point, but But yeah, I thought they were gonna have that same vibe of like, oh, it's
Yeah.
been years since I've used the Force or used my lightsaber, and kind of everything coming back at me at once. And he does. And in the series, we did see like him kind of waking up from nightmares of what happened and hearing Anakin's voice. Um, but dude, like, how great was seeing Christian Haydenson as Anakin
Hayden
Skywalker again?
Christensen.
Christian what was
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen. How great was it seeing Hayden Christensen again as Anakin Skywalker, bro? I mean, that was really cool. I really enjoyed that when they did that when they did that. I'm like, what? Let's go! That's so cool.
Yeah, it was really fun to see him back there. And we were hoping to see that. I know a lot of people were hoping to see like Clone Wars, like in the armor and everything. I'm
Mm,
guessing, and the clones there is Anakin. Maybe I don't know before or after that Attack of the Clones movies.
mhm.
It looks like it's right around there, of course. But yeah, it was definitely nice to see that they were like sparring, and he looked like he was not holding
I
back,
know.
and you can kind of see all that rage, and it made sense for why they chose to do something like that to be intertwined with this story as the flashback because and it shows that he didn't change, and it also kind of made me think a lot of times people say like why are they even meeting? They shouldn't have met before New Hope. They never met and since the Battle of Mustafar. Like where does it say that? It doesn't say that specifically anyway.
I'm a little bit technical difficulties here, but
I don't
uh,
know what's going on with my
there it
internet.
is.
Like it is hardwired too. I
Mm.
don't get it. Um, but what did I say last?
You said that there was nowhere mentioned that they didn't see each other again.
Oh yeah,
Obi-Wan and Darth Vader.
yeah. So no one had ever said that specifically. All you hear him say is that last time they met, he was but a learner, now I'm the master, and
Hmm.
like you could say that is true now
Hmm.
because he is still like trying to figure out how to do these things, how to like
Hmm.
how to not let his rage like blind him, and yeah, you could definitely take that. So that's what I kind of thought. I'm like, okay, this
Hmm.
is why they kind of put something like that here,
Hmm.
and it kind of showed that he's as powerful as he is, he can still make mistakes like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
So yes,
He can still get one upped by Obi-Wan, his
yeah,
master.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, yeah, it kind of like put that to rest for me at
Hmm.
least. So
Yeah. Do you think here we're closing down here? We're getting to the home stretch, if you will. Um, do you think we'll see like a showdown between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, like an actual like lightsaber duel between them, or no? What do you think?
I think we could. Uh, I definitely think that's what everyone's like hoping for. And there's a rumor. Looks like I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's just kind of like a leak that it's an hour and a half long for that last episode. So if that's the case,
Yeah,
that's a friggin' movie. Like
this episode is the last episode, right? Next Wednesday.
six, yeah.
Yeah,
Episode 6 is the last episode.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 6 episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, just not kind of. I don't want to start a whole new subject, but like all the Stranger Things episodes have been like an hour plus.
Yeah.
So insane. Like I didn't realize that until like I was like episode like 3 or 4. I think it was episode like 3, and I'm like, wait, all these episodes like more than an hour long, and yeah, they were all more than an hour long. Um,
I have 2 episodes left. I just watched
yeah,
episode 5.
dude, great. So
It's
that we
it's
we 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 can
so
totally
fantastic.
do another podcast just talking about Stranger Things. So I think that could be on our next Ardent Live podcast. If you want us to check us out for that, make sure
We
you
could probably do it
subscribe.
right before Volume 2 comes out. Right
You could,
before this.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But
But
I guess any other thoughts, lingering thoughts here for Obi-Wan's episode 4 or 5 before we get our final episode of the series.
No, I just want to see, you know, Vader just continue to be more of a badass. Hopefully they all cover their asses because I'm tired of the negativity, man. I'm tired of all of it.
Yeah.
Man, shut up, Zoe.
Talking about negativity, what is Star Wars? Everybody, Star Wars fandom after him. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Don't
Whatever,
don't do
man.
that.
Star Wars fandom is like so toxic. I
They're
hate it.
cool.
No, they are
No, I
not.
mean
They are
a
so toxic.
section a section of it is toxic, but
A big
I think
section.
for the grand majority, a very inclusive group.
I did
But
see like someone tweet like requirements for being a Star Wars fan. You have to like Star Wars. I'm like, yeah. And
oh
then
yeah,
everyone's like, well, I only like this part of Star Wars. I was like, but is it Star Wars?
but it's Star Wars.
You like that? It is. I mean, it makes sense. But
Yeah,
anyways, yeah, I don't like every piece of Star Wars content out there. But yeah. I mean,
yeah. Just you just can't say anything bad about my girl Ahsoka, and then we'll be fine.
General Alex.
Hello there, Alex. What's up? Hey, Alex. Thanks for joining us.
General
Leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it.
Bro, he ain't gonna like. He ain't gonna subscribe. He gonna leave us.
So yeah, I think that does it here for us at the Ardent Podcast. Again, thank you for tuning in, and if you haven't already, leave us a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Also, if you want to catch this show on our audio only, it'll be on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and Google Podcasts. All those links will be in the description down below. I usually post that up around Monday or Tuesday. So if you're listening live, then you get the live, 100% live. You first hearing it here on YouTube. So
All
thanks
three,
for that.
y'all.
4.
Thanks. Whoa.
We're going on up, man. All right. Well, well, that's it for us today. My name's Ace.
And I'm Leo.
See ya.
Later.